and like press record, and then it's like good to go sort of thing. Yeah, right. Okay, now. So hello everyone. Welcome to episode. I think we're on 9. I can never remember. Like it's fucking shit at it. And we're here on the Isle of Man of all places, where I'm originally from. I've managed to get another guest who isn't a paramedic for once, and it's not an ODP, and it's no one medical. So just a big thank you to my friend Andrew for the lend of his rather spacious office.
Very nice room.
The decoration of an RS250 race bike and some TT paraphernalia you may see in the background. But yeah, absolutely big thank you to him for the use of the space while I'm here on the island. I'm not sure who else I'm going to grab for some interviews, but today I have someone who I've known for the best part of 20 years,
20
I think.
years must be.
Yeah.
Bushies.
Yeah, Bushies 10, yeah. When I was a bartender, not a paramedic. And he is a sort of veteran officer now, I think, of the Isle of Man police force. A big shout out to them because apparently they said this was okay to do.
One inspector said it was
okay to do. So give a warm welcome to Craig Glover, or PC Glover, shall we say.
PC Glover, yeah. PC 69.
PC 6. Oh, fuck. Is that your collar number?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, obviously, I know you.
Yeah.
I know you from working in bars, and you were a doorman on SIA. Is it an SIA license?
It wasn't an SIA. When I did it, was like, here's £10. There's your door license.
Oh right. Oh.
It was.
There wasn't even a thing on your arm at the time.
Oh no, there was a thing on your arm, but that was it.
Okay.
Like it was. Are you a criminal? No. Cool. There you go.
Ta-da!
And then it progressively got harder and harder and harder as the time went on, and because they realised that
maybe we shouldn't be giving everyone these licenses.
Yeah, maybe we need to change it a little bit. And then I think that's probably when the police kind of took a bit more of a hand into it and realised that they needed to kind of regulate a lot more. And then they started bringing courses in and making it more like the SIA stuff that you got in the UK.
In the UK, yeah.
So I think by the time I finished doing that, it was like a 3-day course or something and £100 or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like with certain places, your employer would pay. My employer didn't pay.
Fucking cheapskates.
Yeah, scousers.
Gonna cause a fight with that.
Oh God, I'm in a scouser's house, aren't I? Yeah, forget I said that.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, cut that bit out. But thanks, Andy. So it was all changed. Sort of before I joined the job, as I think of it now.
Absolutely. So, police officer for
7
years
now. Yeah, 7 years on response. So not done anything else yet.
So is that aged you somewhat?
There's more grey in the beard, more grey in the hair.
Yeah.
More age lines, maybe. I think. But yeah, I wasn't young when I joined.
No, you'd had a career before and things like that.
Yeah, I've done everything, I think.
Do you feel that made you a better officer when it came to it?
I think so. Yeah, I think kind of having that life experience, I think kind of not joining until I was 35 and kind of having multiple different jobs in multiple different sectors, it's not even just doing like
security
a bit of door work.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of age-old thing of, you're a doorman, but you want to be a copper. Oh, but you were bullied in school.
Yeah, usual.
Yeah, just kind of all that usual kind of shit that goes with it. But yeah, I think it definitely helped kind of being a bit older, a bit wiser, kind of a bit more savvy as to how the world worked.
Yeah.
Rather than, being...
This is what the book says, therefore...
Young, fresh-faced, sort of like 19, 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I think I found it quite beneficial when I joined, because you'd go to a domestic between a married couple who've been married for 15, 20 years, and you're going, now you need to go and stay somewhere else tonight. Let it cool off. Let it chill out a little bit. And, I think it kind of sounded better when it's coming from someone who's married, has kids, understands a little bit more than kind of like someone who looks really young going in.
Yeah, okay.
And they'd be like maybe thinking, What the fuck am I listening to you?
Yeah. Like, go fuck yourself. Yeah.
What
worsens the situation.
What do you know about the argument I've just had with my wife because she didn't do the dishwasher, or I didn't do something to appease her, and
okay,
it's kind of married life, really.
So obviously you've had this like huge like breadth of not careers, but like places you've worked and things you've done and places you've been and seen and stuff like that. What was police always on the radar, or was it like a thing that kind of progressed into? Because I spoke to a lot of people that was their plan. That's, from X age, they're like, I want to be in the job, be it my, sector, the, ambulance service, or it's like the police, or I want to be a firefighter. But was yours like a more gradual thing, or?
I think I was always that kid that wanted to be a cop. Okay. Like, as cliche as it sounds, I always wanted to be a cop when I was a kid. I was the kid that dressed up as a policeman and all that kind of stuff. But then it never really became a career thought, probably until I was in my late 20s. I think I dated a girl whose dad was a cop.
Okay, so you got to a bit of inside knowledge almost. Like...
Yeah. So I kind of saw him and chatted to him a lot and kind of discussed all like the processes and stuff of how they recruit and what the job kind of entails a little bit more.
Yeah, so it's more of a glass door approach than just what you see on the television, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a bit more like, well, this guy actually does the job. So
yeah, it's kind of being able to sit down with someone and kind of discuss it with them and kind of learn kind of the realities of it rather than kind of the flashy side of it.
The propaganda.
Yeah.
What's on the recruitment card? Like, you could come and do this. Like, well, it's not quite like that.
I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of because we're recruiting at the minute, and a lot of the stuff that you see where, I think one of the ones that they have at the moment is, they're very keen on kind of saying, look, you don't have to stay on response for your whole career.
Yeah.
You come in, you do your training, you do your tutor period with your like tutors and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're on a probationary period for 2 years. But then as soon as that 2 years finished, like the whole constabulary opens up to you. If there's a position going, you're not going to get looked as, oh, this cop's automatically going to get that job because they've got more experience than me.
Yeah.
You can still put that application in, you can still put yourself forward for all these roles and specialisms and, so it's not like you come in and then you've got to be there.
Give you a pound of flesh to response sort of thing forever.
Yeah, it's like I've just been on response because I enjoy it.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like,
I think the careers that I came from, like working in offices and stuff prior to joining the police, everything was the same. Every day was the same.
Yeah.
You could always I could almost set a watch by what I was going to do at what time of the day and how long that was going to take me.
Yeah.
And coming in,
you're begging for the lunchtime, and then you're begging for
home
time.
And then you're begging for Friday, and then the weekend comes, and then Monday comes, and you dread Monday.
Yeah. Now you're just begging not to be laid off. So sort of like back to the very start, I guess, it was 7 years ago. I'm not sure how it works on the, obviously I worked in this sector in the island before, but obviously not the police. Here is it apply to recruitment, you go through the vetting process, you go through interview, and then are you trained on the island, or do you do what the UK do? Do you go to Hendon, or do you go to like a police school in the UK, or
all the training's done locally now?
Okay.
Before I joined, the cops used to go to like Hendon and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like a police college.
So you'd go away and you do all your initial training away.
Okay.
So the application process is essentially you will put in the paper application, with your CV and all your qualifications and stuff like that on
just
it.
The usual,
with the mighty 5 GCSEs at grade C that I think you needed.
Government job.
Including
5 at C and above.
including one of those in English. I did have to retake my English many years ago because,
Well, the school's not for everyone.
I discovered the pub during my GCSE year, as did I think a lot of people in the Isle of Man back in the late 90s.
82,000 alcoholics clinging to a rock.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway.
So, you put the paper application in. If you're successful on that, then they will bring you in for the fitness test, which is easier than the first time I ever applied.
Right.
So it's kind
bleep
of
test and stuff like that.
It's just a bleep test now.
Oh, okay.
5.4 on the bleep test,
right.
which it's something that you've got to do every year during your PST. So you have to keep
fitness,
up. You have to keep up that base level of fitness. Obviously, if you go into a specialism like firearms, or if you want taser, things like that,
you have to have
it's going to be a bit higher. Yeah, like firearms is like 9.4.
Do they do it with gear or without gear, or is it just
without gear?
Yeah,
but obviously you still have to keep. It's kind of expected to try and keep that level of fitness up.
Fit. Yeah.
Because just the job, it just entails for you to be fit.
Yeah.
You never know whether you're going to be.
I mean, I know you guys have got load carrying vests, but still, you've got like a bit of weight on you, don't you? Like at all times. Like,
I'm always going to be carrying probably just under 10 kilos on me.
Yeah,
stab vest,
cuffs,
parva, cuffs,
everything.
buttons, notebooks, pens.
Pens.
Always pens.
I can't talk because I used to rob them all the time from A&E nurses. Can I just borrow your pen? Like, see you later, bye.
Oh, look, I'm off to a job. Yeah. Thank you.
When we had paperwork, it's all electronic now. You guys are all electronic as well. You still have a notebook, I guess. But
we still have notebooks.
It's the constabulary around me is like Samsung Notes, like the big like donging thing. I don't know what you guys.
We're not quite there yet.
Yeah,
we're not quite there yet. No, we are still on
paper.
We get laptops.
Okay, right.
All the systems are electronic.
Yeah.
But we have a laptop that we can carry around, that we can hotspot, so we can still work when we're mobile. We can, we can finish the job.
Return to base sort of thing.
It used to be that until we got the laptops, that you'd have to come back to HQ to be able to write up your jobs.
Yeah.
And kind of put everything on all the systems and do all the paperwork side of it. Whereas at least now, if we need to get stuff on, you can get it on. You can brain dump it. You can get it prepared.
Yeah, and just send it off. Yeah.
Then if you need to print anything out, sign statements, all that kind of stuff, you can come back to. You'll naturally end up floating back to HQ at some point.
Yeah.
Come back. You can do that, and then you can off to the next one.
Yeah. So during your sort of initial training period, obviously, if you've been watching these episodes or listening to these episodes, the pretense of the crew room is to extract funny stories from multiple different services. And just to focus on your training, but was anything that really stuck out in your training for you that you just thought, fucking hell, how did I end up here? Or like,
I don't know.
No, not really.
I don't know. I mean, I had a big cohort.
So what was your...
We started with 12.
And what was your attrition? That was a big cohort, was it?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we started with 12. We've got one in at the minute that's 17.
Right. And what was the attrition
through
the whole X amount of weeks?
Everyone made the 15-week training.
Oh, okay, right.
Everyone made it through. Then I think we lost one in the tutor period.
Okay.
And then I think over the 2-year probation, we're down to 7. So I think people have kind of gradually dipped out.
Yeah, and how many are left now?
Just 7 of us.
7.
Yeah, 7
so
left.
7 and 7. So
we lost. We've got 7 now. We lost 5. So we lost 5.
Oh no, I meant 7 years in the.
Oh yeah. There's 7 left. Yeah. So who knows if we'll lose another one? I don't think we will.
The other ones are quite solid in there.
Yeah. Everyone that's in the job is pretty good.
Yeah. The set. That's what I'm doing now, sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's like I'm too stupid to do anything else. I pay so much money.
That too loudly. Your inspector will be listening to this. So.
I'm not.
Smart man.
It's all a ruse.
Just to lure people into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
So did you? So paramedics, when they start on band 5 in the NQP, so newly qualified paramedic.
Yeah.
And for 2 years they have to sort of run things past a senior paramedic, so band 6 or validation, things like that. And they have a mentor, not to teach them anything, but just to because they've already learned all their stuff in their 3 years. But in those 2 years, they're kind of guided into following policies and making good decisions and stuff like that. They don't work with them all the time, but they're sort of caught up with every month. Yeah. Did you have one person with you at all times during preceptorship, or is that not a police thing?
So you're 15 weeks when you come out of training college.
Yeah.
Because like I say, it's all done over here now.
Yeah.
So you come out of your training, and then you will have a tutor. They will kind of assign you a tutor for that 15-week period.
Right.
So I was initially assigned a chap called Scotty Fielding, who they try to they try to put you with people who fit your personality.
Okay,
because
that's pretty good.
Because you're essentially going to be living with this person for like 15 weeks.
Right.
You know,
okay,
because you're always going to be double crewed with them. You're
double
going to be going
days, nights,
every job.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You know, they become closer than your family, and I think they put me and Scotty together because we were just both massive fucking nerds. Yeah. So he's probably
into
as
the
much
same sort of stuff,
as much of a Star Wars geek as I am.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it was always one of those. It's just like, I think I always remember like night shifts when it's like Q. We'd just end up like checking out the old industrial estates, you know, and the skips to see if there's anything in there that you can like fish out for another like cosplay or movie prop.
Yeah.
Or,
that looks good. Yeah.
I'll see if I come back with that. You know,
what's in the car, mate? Nothing.
No. But at the same time,
did you find that in a stream? Yes, I did.
Yeah, but you know, man's good at what he does.
That's cool.
So then, but partway through, because obviously my tutor period kind of encompassed TT week.
You're right, yeah.
Which I'm sure we'll get onto at some point. But Scotty always used to be with RPU in TT week doing a different role.
Okay.
So I ended up with a chap called Ben Davies.
Okay.
Shout out to Ben as well. Who I found it really beneficial having two. Yeah. Because obviously it's two different styles of policing.
Yeah, so you're encompassing your learning, because a way that Ben would approach something is completely different way Scotty. Yeah. But then you're becoming a version of
I'm becoming like an amalgamation of both. So I think I was the only person who ended up having two tutors out of my cohort, but I found it really beneficial.
Yeah.
You know, and then you'd kind of, if they were off, like I think Scotty had the audacity to get promoted partway through my tutor period.
Naughty.
Sergeant Fielding. Couldn't fault him for it though. Absolute class.
So that's it, you know, the right person got the right job. And
So I ended up with Ben for the remainder of it.
Okay.
Which was great because Ben was a transferee, so he came from force.
A bigger force, yeah.
Yeah. So
where was he from?
Oh,
just across the water there.
Birmingham.
Oh, not far from me.
So whichever
West
force,
Mercia or something like that.
Whichever force encompasses the Black Country.
Right, mate, you know.
Yeah.
Is Ben talk like this?
Not quite.
Not quite.
There. Not quite there.
He'll be listening going, I do not fucking sound like this.
Yeah, I hope not. No, you don't. But yeah, so I ended up with Ben, and it was great because it was like I'd learned Scottish style of policing, and then I learned Ben's style of policing, and I've taken that kind of to heart. I like to think that I'm very common sense based.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, it's like there is a time and a place, and if an arrest needs to happen, it needs to happen.
Yeah,
you know, and but at the same time, if there's ways that you can kind of finalize matters without that happening.
Yeah.
You know,
you can make a plan.
And you can plan it. Yeah. I can't think of the word, but you kind of like try and finalize stuff because at the end of the day, like people just seem to think, it's all stab based, and you know, you just arrest people for the fun of it.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, because ultimately, like locking someone up, it's taking away their liberty.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and it can change their life. And if, like I say, if it has to happen, it has to happen, and there's no way around that. And obviously, we will deal with it as.
But if it's an avoidable thing, like just leave or something along those lines, like you'd much rather go down that road and
especially when it comes sometimes to like drink related stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if someone's giving you grief, off your pop.
Yeah, please just go home. Or where's your friends? Like, go with them. Like, just leave the area, please. I do not want to be dealing with this right now.
Yeah.
And then
first time they tell me to fuck off, I'll be like, off you pop.
Yeah.
Second time they tell me to fuck off, in you go.
Yeah. Get in the van.
Get in the van.
Yeah, fucking hell. So you did finish your perception with Ben, and then just here's the keys. Fuck off.
Yeah. So obviously we all do like a 2-week driving course.
Okay, yeah.
Which is
on island,
which is the most fun 2 weeks that you will ever have.
Blue light courses are cool. Yeah,
so much fun.
Yeah,
being taught how to drive properly.
Yes. Yeah.
Safely, and do the lovely blue light runs and stuff. Yeah.
So I had John and myself. John was on the podcast, and another two Johns, spelled differently. One with an H, one without an H. And myself, we were all taught by a guy called Doug, who basically wrote the Blue Book. And he's a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
And he's got a killer mustache. But like what he doesn't know, what he's forgotten about driving is like more than I will ever know, sort of thing. And it was just, it's really, really good. Did someone come over and it was a
No, it was so back when I got trained, there were
guy on the island to do it.
Yeah, so our sort of like trainers on island were, because obviously everything's done down at Port Erin.
Oh, right,
over here now. Yeah. So we've got like training college in Port Erin.
Right.
And the sergeant back then, when I started, it was Sergeant Kemp, who is now Inspector Kemp.
Okay, right.
So he kind of was the head of the training department, and then you had two PCs who were trainers as well.
Right, I see. Okay,
which was a chap called Stu Barker and Steve Tate, and what, like you say,
they don't know. Yeah,
they knew everything, everything, absolutely everything. And I found it a really easy way to learn because a lot of it wasn't just necessarily book learning, but it was anecdotal learning.
Yeah.
You know, because you could guarantee that whatever they were teaching you, they had done it in their careers.
Yeah.
You know, at some point.
They fucked it up, so they want to tell you about their fuck up, that don't do this because I did that and I ended up in a hedge. and
even when it came to the driving, I was taught to drive by Tatey, and he was just insane. The wheel of a car. Yeah. His motto was I think it was effortless elegance. You know,
and just watching him was
just watching, like, because when he was doing all like the example drives when you're doing the driving course, and he's just like, you're doing like 90, 100 mile an hour on these country roads.
He's like, it's fine, it's fine.
Like that, and he's just like, just fucking cruising around like he's doing 30, 40.
Yeah.
And I'm there thinking, and now I've got to try and drive like that. I was like, oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in a hedge. I definitely put it in a hedge.
I never crashed during my initial driving course.
That's your story out of this one.
During my initial driving course.
So just following on from that, because you put yourself in it, so you've clearly crashed a response car.
Twice.
Twice.
Within 6 months of each other.
Oh shit.
Both, I'd like to think that they're both very minor. One was very minor, misjudged. Bought myself a new car, bought myself a tiny car, got used to driving tiny car.
Yeah.
Jumped into large transit van.
Yeah.
Drove past a vehicle that was parked to go and park myself. In my head, I was past that car in my Toyota Aygo. It's the size of a roller skate.
Not the extra 10-foot of van.
Yeah, and the extra 10-foot van might have taken the rear bumper off a part vehicle.
Whoops. Within the compound?
No, down in Central Douglas.
Oh, right. Sorry, mate.
So, Sergeant,
Hey, that was a phone call.
I've had a boo-boo.
Yeah.
Can you come down and sort this? So, came down, saw it, waiting for recovery. Car's just sat there, because it would have been drivable, but not recommended. So getting the recovery trucks down to come pick it up, and I took myself off straight to Tesco's to buy the cakes.
Oh,
for the cake fine.
I was about to say, what was the cake fine on that?
For the cake fine. Oh, I do my cake fines properly.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you do, because
always Tesco's cream cakes.
Oh, is it? Oh, nice.
Always Tesco's cream cakes.
Yeah.
Never any cheap
How
bottom
many
shelf
were on
biscuits.
shift at that point?
I think we probably had about 5 or 6, but
and RPU came down as well, just to be like, all right, how's it going?
I don't think they were on. It was in the evening. I think they'd gone home by then. So get the cakes, buying the cakes from Tesco's, and I get a phone call going, "Where's this car?" And I'm like, "It's parked like right there." And they're like, "Yeah, recovery can't find it." So I was like, "Just in Tesco's buying cakes, I'll go back."
Yeah,
because it was only down by like Shortsborough car park.
Okay,
so it was
so really local. Yeah.
So it was dead local. So I just went back and thankfully recovery had realised which vehicle it was and had pulled onto the back of the wagon.
Which car? That car. Oh, right.
Yeah, the one that's clearly got damage on it.
And the second time?
The second time I was coming back to HQ to eat, I think. The important things.
The hangar.
Oh, yeah. Fireworks night. Everything's going off like it's bloody Basra in the middle of Douglas.
Yeah.
Fireworks going off everywhere, right in the middle of the main big display down in Douglas. Driving up Woodburn Road, past St Mary's School, come to the big wide junction at the top, where it's like meets Balaquale Road. So big T junction basically.
My followers can Google this themselves.
Yeah, sorry. Weird local knowledge.
I know where it is.
Big wide road.
Yeah.
Big wide road. Driving up to the top, 2 cars in front of me. First car goes. So there's 1 car in front. We start crawling because it's a giveaway. So I'm already looking to the right because I've been trained to preempt everything. And because my kids go to the school that's right next to it, I drive it every day. So in my head, there's a big stream of traffic going down that hill.
Yeah.
There's loads of cars parked on one side. It's now 1 lane of traffic. Nothing is coming up that hill. Nothing is coming up that hill whatsoever. So in my head, the person in front of me surely must think exactly the same thing that I do in their small little Honda Jazz. So
Honda Jazz got up the rear.
The Honda Jazz did get up the rear. That's what the back window did.
Oh my god! Didn't need a window punch for that. It's just
all over the front of my police van because in my head I'm looking here. Yeah. I'm like, they've gone.
Yeah, it's fine.
They're gone. They're crawling. So the clutch got dropped. I started going forward. no more than 10 mile an hour.
Bang.
Mainly because I've looked at the body worn footage that I got afterwards and definitely wasn't doing over 10 miles an hour. But obviously she decided that she didn't go completely within her right. It's a giveaway. I went into the back of her. I banged the body worn on, dived out of the van. Are you okay?
Yeah,
that was first primary focus. I was don't care about the car, don't care about my van, don't care about my job. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Like
little oldie is like, okay, yeah.
Same age as me.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, you're all right. And I'm like looking at it going, loads of traffic everywhere, really busy. Can't get away with the silent phone call to the sergeant on this one. So I had to go over the radio.
Hello.
So yeah.
Dispatch for fucking howling.
Yeah.
PC69's rear-ended someone again.
Yeah, that was more cakes.
Cream cakes again.
Held my hand up to it.
Yeah.
Because it was my fault.
I
was never going to argue or anything like that.
No.
It was clearly my fault. Especially, people enjoyed the body worn. Because obviously it's all got 30-second pre-record on it.
Yeah.
So by the time I got out, and then it was just like, body worn on, are you okay? But what they got on the body worn was
30 seconds before that.
Bang! Oh shit!
Yeah.
Handbrake on, keys off, dive out the van.
Yeah. They got the fucking bollocks.
Which I know the sergeant in RPU did.
He
I'm fairly sure he played that on repeat quite a lot.
Shit. He's got it on a soundboard on his phone.
Probably even while he was writing out my fixed penalty and my points.
Oh fuck! Jesus.
Had to go through. Had to all go through the AGs.
Normal process.
Same process that every normal person would go through. So there's me with like 3 points on my license, 120 quid fine, like paid like a week before Christmas.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Merry fucking Christmas.
Live the dream on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Does that still get brought up now? Don't let Craig go. Don't let Craig drive.
Well, yeah, all the time actually.
Or is the officer on the other side being like, "Fuck me, should I be in the?"
Yeah, well, because I had 2 in 6 months, they took my driving ticket off me for a few days.
Oh shit! Right. Decide. Yeah. So that's what happens in the ambulance service. You get suspended until you get assessed.
So Elliot Butler, the sergeant at the time, was like, "I'm really sorry, but we have to," and I was like, "It's fine." It mostly encompassed rest days and a couple of night shifts. the night shifts were fun playing Passenger Princess because I'm not known for being Passenger Princess. I'm not a good passenger.
Yeah.
Not a good passenger at all.
Help!
Well, I think the way I think of it is like, because I've got quite a lot of local knowledge, it's like if I'm going from A to B, I know the quickest way to get there.
Yeah.
I know that I can turn down this road, I can go down that road, I can go down that road, and I know I'm going to get there quicker. And if I'm in the passenger seat with someone and they just go straight past, and I'm like, you should have gone that way. That way, we'd have been there by now.
You should have gone that way.
Obviously, I keep that in my head. Sometimes I don't, but so I ended up Passenger Princess for 2 nights, and then I ended up doing a couple of day shifts just before my assessment, which were all foot patrol orientated. I think I did like 10,000 steps before 9 a.m. one day.
Fucking hell, yeah. Getting those steps in.
It's like, I'm going to go for a walk.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mind, because I was like in the middle of like a fitness plan at that point. So I was like, I had to do my 10,000 a day. And I was like,
you're looking at your watch every 5 minutes, like, just need to get another 1,000 in.
Well, I've done these before 9. That's me sorted for the day.
Anyway, like.
But it was like the FIM, like the Force Incident Manager, who is like the sergeant in the control room.
Yeah, okay.
Because obviously all our control room stuff is all based out of one place.
Yeah.
Whereas I think in the UK it's all separate, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to be joined. So it kind of brings me on to my next question for you, especially because I'm on the Isle of Man and it's a bit different over here. And I try telling folks where I'm at now, like about it, and they either don't believe me. Or they're just like, what the fuck? Like, and because obviously Jessica, so JSCR, is a joint control room on the Isle of Man. So police, fire, and ambulance all sit in one room, and the sergeant can shout to the ambulance commander, who can shout to the fire commander, and it's a bit like it used to be like that. And but all the services can talk to one another, can't they?
Yeah. So it's one police sergeant. So every response team has a FIM.
Yeah.
So that works with the team. So they will direct all the police to all the police jobs that come in, assist with the directing all the ambulance jobs, fire brigade to fire jobs, like cats up trees and all that kind of stuff. Still to get one on,
but then everyone's asleep, so.
I know, especially now. Oh yeah, definitely. They'll be full of lasagna. Finished playing pool for the evening. Yeah. Just all took it out.
Nice little lie down. But
Bunk
what do you feel like in your head? I don't know whether you've done any placements in the UK or anything, but what do you feel is different about policing on the Isle of Man than it is to the UK? Like, what's the biggest because obviously in the UK you get rural policing, and that's big areas outstretched with minimal people and lots of separate, not separate, like different types of crime, I guess.
Yeah.
But the Isle of Man, I think, is a very unique place. Like, what sort of unique challenges do you guys face?
Well, from speaking to some of the guys that have moved over, obviously, I work with a chap who's just he's moved over like 6 months ago. And he came from like Wigan area.
Okay.
North.
Yeah.
And he was part of response, and response for the guys in the UK is primarily you attend the job, you write the job up, you never see the job again.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
pretty much. That's it. Yeah. Whereas we investigate everything.
Yeah.
So we will literally serious matters will naturally go up the food chain up to CID.
Yeah.
All the more complex stuff. But anything.
Yeah, this is no longer my problem.
But we will investigate everything. So we try to be very sort of complainant focused.
Yeah, okay.
Or like victim focused.
Yeah.
We always try and make sure that everyone is always updated, make sure they're kept in the loop as best we can, kind of, make sure that they're well looked after.
Yeah.
Because for some people, like, whatever happens could be the first interaction they've had with the police.
Ever. Yeah.
And you want to make sure that they get the best service that we can absolutely give them.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably a big change and big difference. We go to everything. I think we will go to everything from kids stealing in shops to, we will be the first on scene to a murder on response.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to be a bit of a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
A lot of the times we can do welfare checks. We might be the first on scene to assist in an ambulance job.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously we run with a more limited number of ambulances, and sometimes we've got more cops on the streets. So, you know, if a serious, if like a cardiac arrest comes in,
send an officer because you're closest.
The closest ambulance is in Castletown. Got a job in Douglas. Douglas cop will go to it. Vice versa. So we'll be the first on scene to all of those. I don't have the best record of CPR. I am 0 for 3, I think. So
I don't even want to know my numbers. I don't want to look into it.
you don't want me showing up to that. But yeah, so kind of we will go to
such a wide array of stuff.
Everything. Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that makes me love the job.
Yeah.
Because it's so different, because it's so varied, because like I said, my previous job was just the same, whereas no 2 days are the same.
Yeah.
In the cops, and I kind of love that about it.
Yeah, I mean, and other than obviously we'll talk about TT because everyone fucking. Oh, I mean, you might not love it, but
I do love TT.
I love TT for the racing and for my part in the TT, which is obviously medical. You know, I don't want anyone to come off or anything like that, but I like the challenges that it brings. But what do you think is unique to this place in policing? Like really unique, like the clientele not the clientele. Like, is there anything that really stands out to you that might differ from the UK?
To be honest,
or
I think
like do you guys have specific challenges that you face? We just before this podcast we were talking about the lack of checks and stuff like that regarding the ferry. Obviously that's a hot potato, so we're not going to touch that.
Yeah, we're getting very political here.
Yeah, no, not gonna touch that with a fucking barge pole. No. But is there certain challenges to Isle of Man officers? Is it just the sheer space and the amount of you guys on shift, or is it the lack of specialities that you can not hand over to as such, but like
we can hand over to every speciality that we need to.
Okay. Right.
We've got departments that will be able to deal with pretty much all the same crime.
Okay. Right. So there's nothing you have to, not farm out to other departments. But
no. I think, like I say, we'll attend it initially. If it's deemed serious enough to warrant going up to those officers and more specialised, then we can do that.
Yeah.
If we're lucky, there'll be someone on, even if it's the evening, that we can usually touch base with that will have more experience in that. Because at the end of the day, some people are just a phone call away.
Yeah.
There might be someone on call from a particular department that we can give a call to go, got this coming in.
Yeah.
What we're doing. But luckily, we've got all the sergeants, especially the ones that I work with.
Yeah.
They're all super experienced. They all come from such a varied background across the force. That they've worked in multiple different departments, and then they've just decided, I'm going to go get my stripes.
Yeah. See how you go.
And then they bring all of that experience that they've got from all the different departments they've worked in, and then they're always there for you to kind of like echo chamber with. If you've got a bit of a weird sticky job, you can, or if you're even out at a job and you're like,
I have no idea.
What am I even doing?
Yeah.
They're at the end of a phone.
Yeah.
It's just kind of give you a shout, and you can just kind of talk it through with them.
Yeah.
And I find that a lot of the time with me, it's like I just verbalise a lot.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I will ring my sergeant up and I'll be like,
and you've
blah, 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 and I'm like,
you've already answered your own question.
And I'm like, I've just.
I figured it out. It's fine.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers, Kirsty. Thank you. Great. Good conversation.
Cheers for the chat. Yeah, just a soundboard then, like just to talk something through. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Because if you're going down the wrong direction, it can be like, maybe do it this, maybe look at it this way, maybe look at it this way.
Another way.
Yeah, steer in the correct direction if you are kind of going a little bit off kilter.
That's cool.
So it's nice, but I think we've got like 4 neighbourhoods.
Okay.
So there's like Central, which is Douglas, which is where I am. You've got North, West, and South.
Yeah.
So there's a police station up Ramsey, police station Peel, police station Castletown.
Yeah.
And then obviously HQ in Douglas. The only custody block we've got is in Douglas. It's used. So anyone that gets locked up from around the island will come into Douglas.
All right, okay.
To get dealt with. Kind of gone are the days of using the custody suites in various different places around the island.
So it's just one
it's just one central hub now.
Okay. And just talking about like sticky jobs and stuff like that, and like kind of like looping back to the purpose of and I gave you some questions and stuff like that before we started. Is there one job that really sticks out in your 7-year career, like that makes you laugh, or the one that comes out on nights out, or when you're discussing with your colleagues? Is that because everyone has one. Like if you've listened to episodes before, most of the people I speak to have had that one job.
I have.
My last job before I left the ambulance service, not my last job per se, but the last job I did with the police, was hilarious. And these two coppers will be telling that story for literally years to come, because it was a young man who had taken a copious amount of something.
Yeah.
And he was running around a field in circles naked, and these two coppers didn't know what to do with him. And they rang me, and I turned up on the RRV, and I was like, all right. And they just looked at me like, can you do something about that? I'm like, something about what? Like, and then they were like, well, can you sedate him or something? I'm like, no. And then we basically, he ran out of puff. And he came up to us, and he literally looked at these two coppers. He didn't look at me. I was kind of like, almost like, gone. I didn't exist to him.
Yeah.
I think that he's seen the high-vis tack vests, and he was like, coppers. And he just went, yeah, I'm ready to go to the Nick now. I think that either the drugs wore off or he just got tired. But honestly, I seen these two coppers like out on a social night like later, and they were like, do you remember that guy? And it's like, we've told the whole station about that guy. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But if you got something that like really like...
I got...
Obviously, days, names, places... And I know it's really hard with Isle of Man, because everyone knows fucking everyone.
Shit in the microwave. I always come back to the shit in the mysterious. Yeah, the shit in the microwave.
Human feces.
Yeah, human feces in the microwave.
Right. How did that come about? Did you do it? Or
No. Do you know what? I still do not know who did it.
Please don't tell me it was on a station.
No, it was a job. It was a job.
Right, okay.
It was a job. So obviously COVID hit. And
March 2020.
Oh, yeah. Everything changed. I made the mistake of having a second child. I don't. I love my kids.
Very difficult time for everyone.
Yeah, it was hard. But obviously, a lot of places on the island some of them were like renting out to people who were traveling over to the island to self-isolate.
I see. Okay, right. Yeah, they did their 14 days or whatever, and then
So one of these places had bedecked out a holiday cottage per se to a family that was coming over to self-isolate for when they came to the island.
Okay.
And then it was like New Year, so I think someone else had rented out one of these holiday cottages for a little bit of a party.
Right. To under the radar, like no one's going to know.
Well, no, because it was kind of during. It was a bit later on.
Right.
So it was when people were able to mingle, but if you travelled to the island, you still had to isolate.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like that later period of COVID.
Yeah.
So this party had happened, and then people from this party had decided they want to continue their party, so they found this holiday cottage. Oh, fucking hell, bro, this is open.
It's open.
Let's carry on in here. And then whatever they did.
Party time.
Party Central.
So they hadn't rented it. They had just literally come across an open door.
Come across an unlocked door. Gone in.
Fucking hell.
Which in my head is called burglary.
Yeah, it's B&E, isn't it?
So they've gone in. They've partied. Yes, the only elements of the burglary that we could really confirm was
they'd opened the door and gone in, and
they'd used the electricity on the TV and they drank milk, but obviously they trashed the place.
Yeah, fucking hell.
They trashed the place, and so the family of the people coming over to stay came in to leave some food and all this kind of stuff. They walked in. Place.
Yeah, shithole. Yeah.
So they've gone straight up to the guys who own it and gone, it's a tip. What's going on?
Yeah.
This is meant to be, they arrived today.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's the time scale from like when they seen it last to that?
Over Christmas.
Oh, so like a couple of weeks, like right? So they had no idea.
No, so it was almost set up. It's just the way that they'd done it. It was set up to just so the people could walk in.
Yeah.
Without having to have contact with anyone. So there was no risk of spread of COVID. Make sure that they were all kosher. But yes, the family member comes in, finds it absolutely destroyed. Like, we're talking vomit on all the beds, light fittings broken, just shit everywhere in this building. And so naturally they tell the owners call the cops come down, I go around. We have a look around. I get scenes of crime to come out to photograph it. They come around, they photograph the entire place. See if there was anything that they could see if anything that was beneficial for them to be able to take for DNA, fingerprints, all that kind of stuff. And just as we're leaving, they've photographed the entire place, and just as we're about to leave, something in the back of my head went, "Open the microwave."
Yeah. A little voice.
Like,
this is definitely fucking divine intervention. Like,
there's the door. There's the microwave. Here's the cops about to walk out the door.
Yeah. Open that.
Just pop the microwave door open. Just the little devil on my shoulder. Just open the microwave door. So pop the microwave door open.
Just press the button, mate.
Just
press
there it is.
A massive
human
fucking
shit.
Turd. Just on the glass plate in the bottom.
On the glass plate in the microwave. And I'm like, awesome. That's get the camera out then, fellas.
Fucking hell. Get some DNA off that bad boy.
Do not DNA shit. I believe it can be done. I ain't
touching it.
It's not something that we would do.
Yeah, see, Soko would just like.
Yeah, Soko would like no chance. We're not gonna get DNA off that. No.
They could, but they're not gonna.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But I never found out who did it. Like,
did you find out who? Did they find out who like robbed it? Not robbed it. But
who entered? Yeah. We found out who entered. Obviously, they came in. They all got interviewed.
Dealt with them.
All denied it.
Did the turd in the microwave come as a question in an interview?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I genuinely asked.
We're not here for bent coppers. We're here for shits and microwaves.
Oh yeah. Full on. Like,
did you shit in the microwave?
Like, now's your time.
Did you interview these people, or was this like?
I interviewed them.
Yeah. Did you keep a straight face?
No, yeah. It was like, went to court and everything.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
and it came out in court.
Yeah.
Someone defecated in the microwave.
I had to stand there in court and have a defence advocate ask me questions about feces in a microwave, and I'm like, I'm not a forensics officer. Can't answer that one.
Yeah, sorry.
Need to ask a specially trained officer for that.
Oh my god.
Your Honour.
And now does that come out like every so often? Like, oh, Craig found a shit in the microwave.
Yeah. Shit in the microwave. But I still see them around.
More shits in microwaves?
No, the people.
The
the people that got locked up for it.
Oh, I see. Right. I was about to say that must be that's a real like unique thing about the island, I guess, because not people who are arrested for XYZ or they go to jail for XYZ. Not only is there in a city you probably got like quite a low chance of bumping into someone in Tesco or Asda or another supermarket that is maybe not affiliated. Whatever.
We only have Tesco.
Yeah, we only have Tesco here, so gonna have to go with that one. But the chance of you guys doing it is like 80-90%. Like it's gonna happen. That's a real like. And it's just like, all right.
It's always fun when you get some pisshead in the back of the van. He's like, I'm going to kill your wife. I'm going to burn your house down. And then 5 minutes later when they sober up, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I should not have said that.
Yeah, I should not have said that. I'm sorry. And then you're like casually doing your food shop and
all right, mate.
Little nod. A little raise of the head. Little hey boy.
Fucking hey boy.
But I suppose you get on first name terms with the regulars. The regular clientele. You do end up on first name terms with a lot of them. But if you have a reasonable rapport with some of them,
you normally can fix problems quicker than
kind of treat others how you'd want to be treated yourself.
Absolutely,
It's kind of how I do a lot of it. So no matter what they've done, I'll still try and treat them how I'd want to be treated,
even if they're shit in a microwave.
Dubious. Yes, but yes. Even if they're shit in a microwave.
That's pretty good. No, that would make me. Yeah, it has made me laugh. But yeah, and I'm sure lots of other people out there will be listening and going, "That fucking happened to me."
I mean,
so leave a comment.
I mean, there's also the got an assistance call to custody once.
Okay.
So I'm around. I'm available. I thought, okay. I'll go over.
So someone's in custody.
Someone's in the cells, and the sergeant's in the cells. They need help from someone else.
Yeah, okay.
Need officers to come over. Need to give us a hand. Something's going down. So normally, if that's happening, you just
straight over. Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, it could be violent prisoner. They could need genuine need for help.
Orange button territory.
I run over. I run down to the cell where the sergeant and one of the other officers is restraining the guy. So he's in the risk suit, like the risk clothing, suicide suits that they have. So he's in one of those because I think when he went in, he was pissed.
Okay.
And
saying XYZ and threatening all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, kind of one of the regular customers. So I kind of knew who he was.
Yeah.
Knowing how he can be and all this kind of stuff. So I run through and I'm like, "What you need?"
Yeah,
and they're stood with him stood up, holding him, restraining him, like arms behind the back, and they turn him around and have not a laugh, but they just went, "You're gonna have to remove it," and I'm like, "Remove what? No, the custody spork from his anus."
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh.
He had taken it upon himself to insert it.
And then decided against it? Or
boredom? Well, no, we can't have people sticking sporks in their ass.
How did you know it was? How did they know it was up there?
They'd seen him fiddling.
Okay.
So someone had seen him on the cameras.
Doing something weird.
Doing something weird. So they'd gone down and they'd just fucking... So...
Now, I know
he'd been fiddling.
The police have a lack of utensils, but Jesus Christ, like...
I can't look at them.
Can't look at sporks
the same. Especially because I help out. Like I'm a custody officer, so it's like I'm trained to work in custody. It's having to give people those every time I'm in there. I'm like,
please don't. Did you give advice like as you're giving them, like, please don't insert these into your rectum?
please don't put this in your rectum. Yeah, that was grim. Never. Yeah, can't.
You can't look at that sergeant the same way, can you? Because you've been in that situation together.
No. Lovely bloke as well. Lovely bloke. But yeah, spork in the ass.
Yeah.
My wife even brings that one up every now and again.
Right. That comes up with the
table conversation.
Yeah. How's the spork today?
Do you remember that time?
Should you get it framed? Or should
I chucked in the fucking bin. Fucking man. Oh.
So when
they don't teach you that in training.
No, they do not teach you things like that. Training. And I'm sure anyone out there who's police, fire, ambulance will tell you, if you sit down and talk to them, nothing is in the manual. Like lots of stuff's in the manual, but nothing is in the manual as well, because the amount of situations you'll come across and you're just like, what? Like, or how am I here? Why am I here? And how? And you go home and you uniform off and you're like, this is my fucking life. Like, this is what it's come down to.
The call that comes into the control room is never always the call that you attend.
No, absolutely not. No.
There's always... because it's always one side. It's always one person's point of view. And I think it's how you deal with it is what makes you good at your job. Yeah. Being able to pick the bones out of everything and realise that it's not...
So for us, and it'll probably be the same for you, the ones that sound like hell's escaping out of the floor is nothing, and the ones that little old dear's like, I've just fallen on the floor, is the most horrendous thing, and you'd be driving there thinking, no, it can't be that bad. Oh, it's that bad.
I've fallen on the floor.
Yeah.
How long ago did you fall over? 4 or 5 days.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or my friend's asleep. Right? Have you tried waking him up? Like, oh yeah. Is he breathing? Yeah, he's breathing. Yeah, and you're like, no. And you turn up, it's like full blown arrest, and it turns into 3 ambulance crews and 2 helicopters, and you're, oh my god, how did this come? What the like? Someone just said he was asleep. Like, what's going on? Like,
yep. Yeah. We've had those.
Yeah, I think most of us will have had sort of not similar, but samey sort of experiences.
Well, I think that's one of the things that kind of I didn't realise about the job when I joined, was because you see, like, you've got all your TV cop shows, like your Interceptors and all that kind of stuff that show all, like, the rough and tumble and like the arrests and all that kind of stuff.
But it's all the mundane stuff, and that's what.
But I never realised that cops could have every sudden and unexpected death.
Yeah.
Like, I never knew that going in.
Yeah.
Like, that was weird.
Mm.
Finding that out.
Mm.
It's like, oh yeah, we've got a code 7. Okay. And you're like, first time you're like, what's that again?
Yeah. What's code 7?
Dead person.
Yeah. Yeah, unexpected.
Oh, okay.
Oh bother. Yeah.
So
did your perception of the general public change? It has, but how has your perception of the general public changed since being in the job?
Always watching.
Yeah.
Always. I try to keep work and home separate.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Always try and keep work and home separate.
Yeah.
Because if work comes home, that way madness lies. Definitely. You've got to try. Quote.
That's a good one.
You've got to try and keep it separate.
Yeah. You just put that full on divide between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. But general perception, I'm always looking at people. Drives my missus mental.
Or just people watching.
Yeah.
Or just aware of what's going to occur or what's going to change. Yeah.
Oh, she knows if we sit in a restaurant, she knows where I've got to sit. She just goes, you sit there because you've got to be able to see people.
Yeah. Especially in such a small community, you just don't know. I guess you just don't know what's going to change or happen. Or...
I'm not looking out for crime.
No, you're just looking out for yourself.
You just kind of feel like you're always just looking at people and you're not profiling them or anything like that.
But you just look at them in a different light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you'll see people who walk past and you'll be like, locked him up, locked her up, and went to their family's sudden death.
Yeah. There's that
they all there. Just kind of stay in your head.
Yeah. And I sent it to you in the sort of the pre-podcasty sort of bits. But on here, we started out of it just being like, let's get some funny stories out of people and get a mad laugh and sort of thing, and then it's kind of morphed as the episodes have gone on and people have sort of opened up a bit more, and people have they have a different strategy of dealing with like the real dark, like, bad part of our jobs. Now I know that we all have like gallows humor, like in the general public. I know we are the general public, but we are the general public who do a very specific job and a very specific thing, and they don't understand it, and they're just very much like, oh, that's a bit morbid, and we're like, haha, yeah. And obviously the things we find funny are very different to others, but we've had people who I've had Steve on, and he was telling us about how he has his Pandora's box as such, and but any bad shit that he's done or he's been to, it all goes in this box and it goes in the back of his head, and as soon as the uniform's off or as soon as he's through his front door, that's it, it's gone. And then we've had John was talking about real good debriefs with people or colleagues and people who understand, the police, the fire, the ambulance that are on scene. And then Mo was on, and he said he's got rules. He's got like a set rule list that's like no alcohol for 24 hours. I mean, he doesn't drink anymore, but like that was his, no alcohol, no bad movies, no nothing, and he writes everything down and all sorts of. So what your advice to like young coppers or new coppers or not, because obviously not all new coppers are young coppers, but like
young in service,
what do you do to deal with that, and what do you do you have a set plan? Do you have a way of doing things?
I don't really have a set plan.
Is this something you developed, or is this something you picked up off Ben, things like that? Or?
I think it's just me generally.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, how to get across it without being really fucking morbid?
No, morbid is fine. Because 90% of my listeners are police, fire and ambulance from all over the country, and some international people as well now, which is great.
Before I joined the job, my mum got diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
So the whole time I was applying and going through all of the sort of assessments and everything until I found out that I got the job.
Yeah, okay.
She was dying of a brain tumour,
Shit.
basically.
Right. That's fucking heavy.
Fucking awful.
Yeah. That's real heavy. Fair play to you for continuing with your application and stuff.
And then so I went through all of the assessment processes. So it was like the bleep test, and then they bring you in for like an assessment day down in Port Erin.
Just to see how you are as a person. And...
Yeah, they take you for the walk up Bradder Head, which is a run up Bradder Head with circuits part way through, right the way up to Milner's Tower, and then a run back to the training centre.
So
before they put you into all of the assessments and the interviews and the
ball bagged you
and the team building exercises and all the fun stuff, because they want to see how you work when you're fucked.
Yeah. So for my non-Manx people, it's that is a steep ass hill.
It's like a 5K up.
Yeah, and it's not vertical, but it's fairly steep. It's a slog.
Yeah.
So then a slog. You've been knackered and stuff. Yeah, fucking hell.
Because at the end of the day, they want to see how you work tired.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because some days you'll have that. You'll be on a long day.
Decisions made at 2 a.m. are the hardest decisions you'll ever make.
Yeah, especially
because it could be really simple, but you're 2 a.m. on your 4th night, and you're
or something serious is kicked off, and your 12-hour shift that you had planned to work, for example, turns into a 15-hour day, 16-hour day, 17-hour day.
Back at 7 the next morning.
Back in the next day.
Yeah.
Because it's just the job's fluid.
Yeah.
It is completely fluid. I was late off today.
Fuck.
In for 12-hour tomorrow.
Yeah, straight off the bat, yeah.
It's just the way it is. But
so you did your training,
I'm veering.
The tism.
Again. I'm veering.
It strikes again.
Yeah, veering again. So she was ill. I found out I got the job like 11th of November.
Okay.
I think 2017, and then she died 28th November 2017.
Holy shit.
So then it was the excitement of everything wasn't necessarily dulled, but
fizzled out a bit.
Yeah. But in my head, she knew I'd got a job that I'd always wanted. So hopefully she kind of there was still some level of that understanding with the mind that she had left at the time. But obviously she died in hospice.
Okay.
So whole family was there.
Yeah.
So obviously first time in my life I've probably ever seen a dead body.
Okay.
Was her.
Yeah, okay, so that's
so
start
so every time in my head, every time I go to someone who's passed away, in my head I'm like, it's not as bad as my mom.
Yeah. Your bar's up here.
It's like,
so therefore everyone
nothing will ever reach that.
Okay.
Nothing's ever going to reach that.
Yeah. It might be in different circumstances or more traumatic or whatever, but emotionally nothing top that.
Emotionally nothing tops it.
Yeah.
You can only be so fucked up by something,
Yeah.
But I'm a massive advocate of talking about it.
Yeah.
It full on problem shared is a problem halved. Just kind of, if you need to talk to someone, get it out, because for some people, boxing it away, not talking about it, that might be their thing, that might work.
Yeah. I mean, Steve did say, we talked about it on the episode, there is that risk that box comes spilling out, but he's got it on lock. He's really conscious that it exists,
But that probably comes from experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a 20-odd-year veteran in the ambulance. What he hasn't done is...
Yeah, that's something that he will have developed within himself, and that's what I think a lot of people will probably do. Is everyone will always develop their own way of working out how to deal with stress and how to cope with stresses and how to cope with grief and
it's
trauma and all that kind of stuff. And my initial thing is always to just talk about it because, again, even if I'm just soundboarding or echo chambering with people, I don't expect them to
have an answer,
to answer me, speak to me, to have an answer for anything. I just need someone to sit there and listen.
Yeah.
And I
just
think
let it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the time colleagues do it. My wife does it. I'll just sit there and kind of waffle at her, no names, no places or anything like that. But it'll just be like, today was a bit shit.
Yeah.
Had another Code 7, had this, had that. It's just, it was a bit awful. And she'd just fucking sit and watch TV while I'm just fucking spouting shit at her for 20 minutes.
That's what you need though, isn't it?
But I do I think that benefits a little bit and that helps because I am I'm a big advocate for mental health.
Yeah.
And if you need to talk, there's plenty of things out there. You've got like Rock to Recovery, who apparently they're really good.
Is there services on the island?
No, Rock to Recovery is actually a UK service.
Oh, is it? Okay, sorry. When you mentioned Rock, it's like, it's something to do with Isle of Man, is it?
No, it's actually a UK service. It's for serving, I think it's military veterans.
Cops
and all emergency 999 services, so ambulance, fire.
Yeah, I'll try and get a link and I'll put it up on the thing.
So, so it's a charity that's just run it's like life coach.
Okay.
So, if you're kind of in a weird spot and you kind of need some assistance, they have coaches that you can use for as long or as short as you feel you need to.
Yeah, okay.
Just to help you get kind of back on track. Really.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So there's loads out there. Like the Force offers like trim. I don't know whether they do
I was about to say,
and...
does Isle of Man Constabulary, have like trim practitioners and stuff?
Yeah,
like that?
we've got trim practitioners. So like if there is anything particularly bad, like serious incident, like there's probably one last year, I think. Yeah, we're in 2025 now, aren't we? So last year, had trim for that.
Yeah. I know. So a lot of ambulance services are. It sounds bad, but it's not a bad thing. They're moving away from trim practitioners.
Yeah.
Because I think the thinking, it's really bad grammar, behind it is that the trim practitioners also work with these people, and it's too close to the white. So, but what they're doing to replace it is they're just sending you for private counselling. So I think that's probably the best. But no, trim's a good idea.
Just having stuff there. Just for people to be able to soundboard and kind of get shit out.
Yeah.
Because you just got to get it out in whatever way you feel necessary. Like, I go to the gym, I work out regularly.
Yeah. Lost a load of weight?
Lost a shitload of weight. Yeah, lost like
How much is that now?
5 stone.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Skinny bye.
I'm getting there.
Racing snake now.
Hey, I'm faster. Nearly 43, mate. I gotta keep up with these young bucks.
Yeah. Do you feel it in your kit?
Yeah.
Like, did you have to get like different kit?
Oh yeah, I'm down like 2 uniform sizes.
Right, and your vest and stuff like that. Everything. If you put your old vest back on, like, holy shit, I was a fat bastard.
Well, they measured me up for like a new Molly stab vest.
Okay, yeah.
They're moving towards like February last year.
Right.
And that arrived.
Oh shit!
Like,
has to go back on the shelf.
Yeah, I think they're waiting for another fact going for that one. It's never going to happen. So, so that arrived, and Dexter, the guy who works he's like our quartermaster, who's like our stores guy.
Yeah.
Fucking the most amazing man ever. Like
the kit guy.
Yeah. Dexter
Sweet talk him. I want this. Okay.
Dexter is the man. Before I joined the job, it was like Dexter's the man.
Yeah.
Dexter's the man. But as soon as I met him, like, loveliest chap in the world.
Right. Okay.
Well, like Filipino dude.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Just knows everything.
Absolutely amazing. proper banter with Dex.
Nice.
So he goes, "It's here. Come try it on." And I'm like, I could almost just put myself into it without having to undo it.
Oh, what? Do I just slide into it? Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
And I'm like, oh, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work. And he's like, yeah, I've got a problem.
Yeah. Fuck. Are they wanting to roll these out like pretty soon? Are they?
So that one went back on the shelf.
Ready for another person.
Or waiting for a
large gentleman or lady.
Fucking human mountain to join. Luckily, sometimes they breed them big. In various places. Oh yeah. So, but thankfully, he had another one that had some not like issues with it, but like didn't fit the officer that had come. That was much slimmer.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was like, there you go. Have that one.
Merry Christmas.
Like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, finally.
They don't have to wait 8 weeks for one.
Months.
So speaking of recruits, like, and shameless, well, not even shameless, just a plug for the Isle of Man Constabulary, I guess. You're recruiting at the minute. We
are, yeah.
And you're recruiting not just new officers, but you're recruiting transferees.
Yeah, we do recruit transferees.
If you were to give one reason, or maybe several reasons for someone to transfer over, or because I do have there's a couple of coppers that listen to this, if they thought, oh, Isle of Man, like, what would be the thing that would sell it for you, as not as a propaganda thing, but like I'm a serving officer, like, this is why,
what would attract people to the Isle of Man? Just the way of life.
Yeah,
it's just awesome.
Yeah. Slow pace.
it's slow paced, but when it comes to the job, it's not.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't see it because I don't see.
So, like, the job side of it is still always really busy.
Okay.
It's still the same job that they may have in the UK. Like I said earlier, with the full investigation side to it.
Yeah.
On response.
Yeah.
There's no way that you're ever going to be hamstrung in sort of where your career can go, be it promotion, be it different departments.
Yeah.
There's
progression, movement.
Yeah,
and stuff like that,
just outside of work, just the way of life. It's just way more chill.
Yeah.
Beautiful scenery, beautiful places, beautiful people. Sometimes. Depends where you go. Maybe not Foxdale. No, it's not this Foxdale.
Foxdale, yes, it.
Foxdale Bay. But yeah, it's just like it's just a great way of life. And TT.
Well, that brings us on quite nicely to TT. What change? Obviously, for those who don't know, TT races 2 weeks of the year. The population, I think, just implodes from 80-odd thousand to
120, 130.
Yeah, so an extra 40,000 people over 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and I know. And
that's in like an extra 30,000 motorbikes.
Yeah,
for 2 weeks
with no speed limits.
So much fun.
I cover the TT races from another perspective, but I've also worked alongside the RPU because they have a paramedic on board now.
Yeah.
And that's great fun. Like, just from a if you're a paramedic out there and you want to do that, then go sign up with MRMS. And we're with the traffic boys for a couple of shifts, and it's great. It's great crack. But what changes for the police? Obviously, none of you get holiday. Like, that's all gone.
No.
Like,
leave is cancelled.
Yeah. Goodbye.
I've never known anyone to have leave in TT week.
Other than, obviously, your shifts. Like, what's the biggest thing? Like, does the type of crime change, or is it the sheer amount, or is it literally just the volume of people just changes the dynamic of the island? Or
the dynamic changes, but I think luckily we've policed so many TT weeks.
Yeah.
That
it's just that,
it's well-oiled.
Yeah.
It's well-oiled, yeah. It's almost like there's not two separate forces in TT week, but you got like the roads policing guys, they will work.
Yeah.
They will have control of the course.
Yeah.
And all of that
That's
kind of side
bag.
of it. That is their thing. That is for the people who enjoy traffic work.
Leave them to it.
And they can do that. and it's they do a damn good job at it.
Yeah.
They do a damn good job at it. Yeah, he's still out and about. Big Andy. So they do their thing, and then response policing is just like Douglas Town Centre, like just pissheads basically in TT because it's probably more because more people come, more drink, nightlife. Yeah. So your shifts will change. You'll usually end up going straight onto 12-hour shifts right the way through.
So instead of 8s and 10s, you're straight onto 12s.
Yeah, every shift is a 12-hour shift.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll be doing sort of a couple of day shifts, and you'll do a couple of like 4 till 4s. Mm-hmm. So for like the nighttime economy shifts.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is all based around Douglas Town Centre. Obviously for me, like I've done a TT week out of town.
Yeah.
Again, completely different ball game out of town.
Yeah, just completely changes again.
It was mental. My 2 weeks out of town in TT week. Looking at everyone that died on the Isle of Man died down south.
Oh.
Everybody.
You're a shit magnet, just like me.
My first fatal.
Right.
Was that TT week?
Out of town.
Yeah, down the Slock. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Closest I've ever been to a helicopter.
Yeah. Get that thing away from me.
I was like, oh, look at that.
It's a helicopter.
Yeah, maybe step back.
Yeah. Shit.
But out of town again is a different ball game. It's because bigger areas, more open space, more open roads. But Douglas Town Centre is like we almost split the town in half because obviously Bushies has moved from the bottleneck car park to the Villa Marina.
Yeah.
So that's like the other end of town.
Nothing occupies the C-terminal car park now.
No. It's a sad state of affairs.
I know the Hooded Ram had it, and then they're not a thing anymore.
They're not a thing anymore.
And then no one kind of got it.
No. So
then Bushies Village is kind of taken off, and that's a huge thing now.
Best thing for Martin Brunchweiler ever to happen. That.
Yeah,
definitely. It's such a more chilled vibe. It's great.
Yeah, and there's loads of different things, and it's not just the tent; it's the stage, and that's if you get a chance to go to the TT, it's expensive, but it's
worth it.
Fucking fantastic, isn't it?
It's worth it. The atmosphere alone is ridiculous.
Obviously, it's difficult, isn't it? Because people want to ride their bikes and be leery in general, and obviously some of these things are against the law, and you're there to not only like enforce the law, but you also have to do public relations. And do you feel people are different towards you in TT? Yeah. Not the locals, maybe, but the come-overs, the visitors.
I think everyone is like.
Is it generally happy and
yeah?
Like everyone's had a beer.
We are not even the pissheads. Like the amount of people that because obviously when you do the 4/4s, it's pure foot patrol. It's 12 hours.
Yeah, it's on your feet. Yeah,
it's on your feet for 12 hours, doing a very specific section of town, and then that will rotate.
Okay.
So we almost have like when you're doing the P4s.
And you're dual crewed all the time.
Yeah. So
big pointer to all the UK officers that are solo all the time. Come to the Isle of Man, you'll always be 2 up.
Not always. We're single. At TT, we're single crewed a lot of the time during days and stuff. But we'll always be double crewed nights.
Yeah.
And TT we always double crewed because you can't not be.
Yeah.
Like it's
absolutely.
Just mental.
So you've got your segment of town that you
so you got your segment of town. We kind of have like a separate little promenade control room that we can run things through to keep the radio traffic minimal to the ESJCR so we don't overload them because they are automatically so much busier. Yeah. So we can compartmentalize that a little bit. It's really good. Works. Great way of doing it. And then you're just walking around and you're just talking to people. It's one of the things that I love about it. Some people hate it, some people love it. I fucking love a good night.
Just chat shit to fucking everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have picture taken with your hat? It's TT week. Of course you can, as long as you don't have nits.
Yeah.
As long as you're not too sweaty looking.
So one of the questions on, so I said it was good on my Twitter. I was going to be interviewing a police officer on the Isle of Man, and one of them had visited a TT, and his question or her question, I'm not sure, it was a weird account name.
Should have looked at that, shouldn't I? Preempt.
It was it's nothing bad. It's so we're the Isle of Man's very unique, and you guys wear. I'm not sure what the helmets are called, but they're white.
The white hats.
Is there a reason behind? They said one, is there a reason behind the white hats, and B, what's with the sticks? So obviously, I can't answer that because I'm not a police officer. But the white hats usually in the fire service, a white hat is the boss, and in the UK, a white hat is RPU for police. But you guys have white hat. Everyone's got white hats.
Yeah, so we have black flat caps.
Yeah.
Unless you're in RPU.
Yeah.
Where it's white.
Yeah.
Because they're still a little fancier than us.
Rain cap.
Yeah. But no, the white ones. So in the UK, they wear like the black.
Yeah, the felt. Yeah.
Ones. So we have white. Those two questions are the two questions that I get asked more than any other question in TT Week. Like
you should have asked
50
someone
times,
while he was
here. 50 times a day. Probably did ask someone when they were here, but they were probably drunk and couldn't remember the answer.
My guess is that the stick is the sergeant.
Yep. So stick is a mark of office. So when you are promoted to sergeant and you are fully promoted and you've passed your board.
Yeah, you're not a sitting sergeant.
When you're not a temp sergeant, and you know when you're not in your probationary period as a sergeant, you get given your stick, which is your mark of office. So TT Week, they will always have the stick. So if you see someone walking around with a stick, TT Week,
boss,
that's the sergeant.
Yeah, okay.
If you see someone walking around with a stick and a flat cap, that is probably an inspector.
The boss.
Or above.
Yeah.
Like,
chief of police.
I have seen the chief constable out on foot patrol in TT Week. I've been to jobs with the chief constable. He's a lovely chap. No pressure when he's like rocking up to a job at the fair with you, like.
Yeah, all right, mate. How's it going, fella? He's not just my boss. He's everyone's
the boss. He's the boss.
Shit.
But he's great.
That would never be seen in the UK.
Nope.
You'd see a sergeant, and you might see an inspector.
Yeah, you probably see.
I've seen an inspector at some very sketchy jobs I've been to, only because they walk in and everyone goes, "Oh fuck!" It's the boss. But I've never seen seen a chief or below, deputy or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that's probably a unique thing. Like, chief inspector's out on patrol with his cuffs and all his kit. You feeling alright, mate?
No, they're all the bosses over here. They're all great. Like, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm coming off ass kissy or anything, but like, as weird as it sounds,
it's your personal experience.
Yeah, my personal experience. I have no issues with anyone in the job over
here. Yeah.
Like that, as weird as it sounds.
Yeah.
Like, I just get on with everyone.
Yeah.
Hopefully they like me in return.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully. But I have no issues with anyone, and even the boss, even as far as the bosses, all the bosses I've ever spoken to that I've met.
Yeah.
Really level-headed, really sound. Cool. Like no issues.
Yeah.
And it's great, especially in TT Week, because they all come out and they're always about.
Yeah, and I think that's a positive management step as well, because it's like, just the response officers
see the boots on the ground, seeing them
doing work. I know they do work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And they do. They've got a shit ton of responsibility, but to actually see them on, just actually out and about and talking to people and stuff like that, taking the time of the day just to do stuff, you're like, okay, right, okay,
and at the same time, especially in TT Week, they're mingling with the people who come over.
Yeah.
They're not kind of going, well, people.
Yeah, people. It's
very
scurrying away
over here. They're mingling with people. They're talking to people. They're answering the same questions that we answer. Yeah. And obviously the other one, which is the hats, which I think comes from, if I'm getting this right, back in the 60s-ish, I think.
Okay.
It was just like a summer thing.
Right, okay.
So it started off as a summer thing with the white hats, and then it kind of just morphed into an all-year-round thing, like a unique thing for the island.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm correct, like a lot of the other islands, like the Commonwealth Islands,
Jersey,
all have white hats.
Yeah, right.
Even as far as like probably Bermuda and
Gibraltar,
all that lot. Yeah. So a lot of them do have the white helmets. But it depends on TT Week. Is like, what answer we give to what person.
Yeah.
You know, is it white so it doesn't show up the bird shit? It's a distinct possibility.
Yeah. No, bird shit's on my shoulders, mate.
Can I piss in your hat? No, you can't. No, you can't. That's a myth.
All right, mate.
If my missus was pregnant, can she wee in your hat? No, because it's got holes in it.
Yeah, and it just go on the floor anyway. Yeah. It'd just be like a sieve.
So what's the point?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, white hats, sticks. That along with, can I have my photo taken with you?
Do you get that a lot?
In TT week?
Yeah.
Oh my
god. Where did that? Is it
hundreds,
other offices? Is it Is it
hundreds of pictures in TT week?
Is it just general public, or is it visiting officers who are just on holiday? Or
general public?
Right.
For
what reason?
No
idea.
We are the best constabulary in the world. Fucking you heard it here first.
I'm going to clip that and send it to your boss.
We are. And you hear it so often in TT because a lot of people that come over, and they might not have had they'll see the police where they come from, and they may seem standoffish and aloof, and especially in maybe some of the European countries.
Okay, yeah.
Where it can be seen to be a bit more militarized in some places. And you're
just there like, hey boy, how's it going, fella?
And we're just walking up to people, like walking past them in the street, going, "You all right? How you doing? How's it going? You doing all right?" And they're just like, "You talking to me?
Are you all right?"
Yeah, and you just kind of have a conversation, but the kind of reputation kind of goes a lot, and people kind of know sometimes when they come over that you can just stop and talk to the police. Yeah. If you see the cops out walking, just stop and have a chat.
Just talk to them, yeah.
Because we are always open to conversation. Because for me, particularly, especially when I'm on a 12-hour shift in TT week, and I've been on my feet for ages, stopping and having a chat to someone for 5 minutes, it's just a break. Yeah.
Someone got some ice cream? That'd be great.
Can't be an ice cream. Especially when the sun's out. But yeah, and it's like, can I have a photo taken with your hat?
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, there you go, pal. Yeah.
You have my hat, I'll wear your hat. Like, I've got a picture at home of me and Peter Hickman.
Oh, nice.
In uniform, like him with my hat.
Hickey's got the hat on.
Me with.
Is he in his leathers as well?
Surprisingly small head. Well, actually, I say that he's not got a small head. I've just got a massive Swede.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but it's like
massive balls.
But it was quite funny because like a couple of years ago, Channing Tatum was over.
Yeah, no.
When he came over, it was almost like there was a hunt.
A hunt.
Have your photo taken with Channing Tatum. It was almost like like bingo. It's like get your photo taken.
2025.
Get your photo taken with Channing Tatum. I failed. I missed him. Just couldn't get close. Couldn't get close enough. Security team was already there. He's always busy talking to someone clearly more important.
Yeah. Right.
And one of the younger female had apparently asked a member of staff, fucking, where can I get some coke? So the staff... Twitter isn't Twitter anymore.
Yeah. And everything's changing to other things.
Yeah, so I think it's not that we're trying to veer away from it. The force is still very active on social
media. Yeah. It's just everything's changed names or changed logos and all sorts of stuff. Yeah. No.
So I think
you'd never see that in the force anywhere else. Like,
but it's really good for the island because I think having all of that social media presence, like someone's lost a dog.
Yeah.
Stick a post on Facebook. And within 10 minutes, you've found the owner of the dog.
Ta-da! That's it, the police officer from doing something.
Yeah. Someone's seen it, someone shared it. The dog is in with the police in this place. All right, cool.
I'll go get my dog.
Great, I'll go get my dog. My dog's on the way. Oh, thank you so much for my dog. Sometimes it's quite funny because you're putting out like media releases to try and help solve crimes. Which then brings in the keyboard warriors and heroes.
Well, I think the funniest thing of the last few years is the tea. Put the kettle on or something like that.
Oh, kettle's always on.
Yeah, the kettle's always on. And
kettle is always on.
Yeah, the comments section on that had me in fucking I remember being at work and like reading this comment section. I was like, fucking unreal. And whoever your social media manager is a genius. like a genius, like in a Jeremy Clarkson voice, like my genius knows no bounds. Like, was it an inspector or someone just sat there like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking do this?
No, I can't remember who came up with that.
Because it was to catch someone.
I think
or something.
It was for someone who was wanted.
Yeah, and then eventually they came in and they're like, yep, kettle's on, got him. Like, and I was like, oh my god, like.
Where are you gonna go?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Where are you gonna go?
Yeah, it's a small place.
It's a very small place.
Yeah, fucking hell.
But yeah, no, I loved that. Like, I thought that was great.
You'd have to go look it up. I'll try and find a link or something like that. Yeah, fucking hell. That thread section just had me in absolute, because it was everyone on the Isle of Man just like got the same sort of sense of humor, I think, and was just egging it on. And I was like, this is great. This is just like entertainment without a telly. Like.
No, it's really good. But it's just how we can use social media. It's like, I don't know how they do it in the UK, whether they do some similar stuff, but
mainly just with convictions and stuff like that. But there's never any like to and fro, and like they would with like, you know, the RPU or like anything like that.
TT Week's always good for a
banter.
Good bit of bands on the RPU channels and TT Week. That's always really good.
I think TT is a good thing to sort of end it on. Really, it's a really positive thing, isn't it? Like,
it's the best 2 weeks of the year.
First of all, I just want to say, thank you to your inspector for kind of okaying this, but we'll let him watch it first.
It's Inspector Kemp. So it's the chap who was my sergeant in training.
Right.
He's now pretty much the
inspector.
The OD inspector.
Okay. Nice.
I think he is also one of the social media
guys. Yeah. So. Okay. Cool. Second of all, thank you to you for coming on. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate taking the time to come talk to me. I know you're a friend for a long time, but to talk about your job and stuff like that, it's like it's weird. Thirdly, thank to your to the wife for being alone with the kiddies.
Oh, she's used to being alone. In my home anymore. Married to the job.
Married to, well, that's it, isn't it? Like, it's passing ships in the night sometimes, probably.
Yeah.
TFM, the Crewroom, has some merch coming, and I've got some stuff for all my guests, and there'll be some t-shirts and stuff like that lined up, and that'll be available at some point. But the new hats should be available soon. These were done by a guy called Andy Cook, who's a paramedic in Gloucester, who's also got an embroidery company on the side, so he's got a little side hustle on the go. I'll have to get the name up here, and I'll get the link and stuff like that. But yeah, he printed these up for me, pretty sweet. And as all police officers, ambulance service, and firefighters like, they like a torch. So got a light. So yeah, just a little gift for you. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Spot on. Oh, fucking hell. Yes. Yeah. Big thanks, man. Like.
That's all right.